Nothing, nothing. Okay. Hi everyone. Can you please confirm? Can you see me? Am I audible, loud and clear? All right. Perfect. Perfect. Uh, yes. So till then, uh, you can tell me like where you are from, where you're joining from, which part of India. Okay. From Kerala. What about others? Kolkata. From Bihar, UP. All right. Jamshedpur, Hyderabad, Pune, Lucknow, Gujarat. Nice. Come on, Chennai, Deoria, UP. Okay, nice. Roorkee, Tamil Nadu, Pune, Andhra. Okay, instead of giving the state, you can just directly give your city name. Okay, I can identify. Perfect, perfect. Vijayawada. Nice. Okay, people from Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Telangana, Guntur, Bonpalli, Surat, Bilaspur. All right, Jodhpur. So almost all part of India, all state is included over here. Nice, nice to hear that. We'll be starting in next few minutes. Hold on, and yeah, Coimbatore, nice. Where are you from? Okay, I live in Bangalore. Okay, Villai, Sibsagar. Okay, so many cities I can see. Perfect. Where you from, by the way? So basically, I'm from Patna. I live in Bangalore. I work in Bangalore. Yeah, nice. People from Gorakhpur, Chandigarh. Okay, almost all the part of country. Sitamarhi, all right. Sitamarhi, that is the border of Nepal and Bihar, right? Perfect. Hi, hi everyone. Hi. Glad all of you have joined on time. We'll be just starting in a minute. Just a second. Perfect. Perfect. So let's get started. Welcome, welcome everyone for today's session. Just give me one more minute. I just need to set a few things. Then we're going to start. So duration is going to be for 2 hours. So we'll be having our class from 5 to uh, yes, 5 to 7. Yes, 2 hours. Just give me a minute. I'm just fixing few things. Then we are going to start. All right, fine. So we can start now. Everyone, good evening, everyone. Uh, Glad you joined on time. So my name is Pius Pankaj, and I will be your trainer, mentor, whatever you can say, uh, for the day. And today we are going to discuss about few things that is going to be about prompt engineering and generative AI. Yes, so talking few more points about myself. So I'm carrying around 5 years experience in the field of data science and AI, and I have trained more than 25,000 students all over the India at different locations, uh, through online and offline both mode. Fine. And today we'll be discussing about so few of the emerging things that we are having in the market, about prompt engineering and generative AI. So today I will be showing you how you're going to create your own application, generative AI application. Getting resound. Okay, can I get a quick check? Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. All right, perfect. Uh, all right, so we can continue now. We'll start with our session now, and so today I'm not going to have any PPT, and I'm not going to have any what I can say, any document that I will be sharing. So I will be just writing all the things from the scratch, and I am just going to let you know about all the things. All right, perfect. uh, will it be available at YouTube? Yes, for sure it will be available on YouTube always. Just a second, guys. Can you please confirm my voice is clear now? People were saying about sound problem and all. It's okay, right? Perfect, perfect. I'm audible, clear, right? Perfect. So, all right. So we can start now. So talking about first of all, Bleep. So you all have joined this particular session on Bleep's YouTube channel, right? What Bleep is all about? What is our philosophy? So what uh, we believe every journey begins with a single step, right? We have to start somewhere, like not with certainty and with but with the courage to begin, right? Whatever you need to start, you have to gain some courage and you have to start. So we are living in the world overflowing with information, and the biggest challenge is no longer access to knowledge, like correct knowledge we can say, right? And it is finding that like about the clarity of act we can say, and belief exists in between. where we are trying to bridge the gap between intention and execution, transforming your curiosity into the capability through meaningful action. So, learning is not going to be measured by how much you know, right? But why you choose, build, create, and experience. And every project, every mistakes that you're going to do is going to be a small stepping step, we can say, um, that is going to help you to become perfect at a time. So no one is perfect. There will be some uh, what we can say kami or fault in someone's, right? But we, when we are going to do more and more work, more and more projects, more and more error, we are going to solve. So it is going to help us to improve a lot, right? So in short, learning by doing, start with a purpose and become the signal. That's it. From here, we are going to begin our session. And yes, someone start from, someone asked me project from scratch. Yes, we are going to do project from scratch. And yes, I will be talking about prompt. Fine. So I'm just going to share my screen. Just a second. I hope my screen is visible to all. Can anyone confirm in the chat? It is visible. Is my screen visible? Perfect. 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 All right. So let's get started with our today's topic. So first thing that we are going to discuss, yes, it's going to be prompt engineering, prompt engineering, and GenAI. Right. So one by one, we'll discuss all the things. Prompt engineering will be using your very famous tool to understand what exactly it is, and for GenAI and all, we'll be using one framework. All the things will come one by one. You have to just wait, have some patience, and we'll start. All right. Now, talking about this particular term, that is, one of the buzzword in the market, prompt over here. What exactly prompt is? Okay, very simple thing. Uh, when you are giving, if I'm going to talk about in the language of computer science, right? The language of computer science, what we used to do, we used to give input, right? Input get processed, in between what we have, processing, then we used to get the output, right? Input we are giving to the computer, but in this case, when we are going to use GenAI application, let's say you are talking about chat gpt, you are using copilot, you are using gemini. What we are giving, we are giving prompt. Okay, I'll break down all the things. Whom we are giving prompt to? Prompt we are giving not to chat gpt, we are not giving a prompt to chat gpt. No, you are not also giving prompt to gemini or any app that you're related to Claude, and you are not using all this thing. What you are using the brain that is getting used for this, that we call as LLM. Okay, we'll be talking about LLM, and you are going to get the response from the LLM. This response is nothing but, we can say, generated content. Generated content. Now, before moving ahead to understand what prompt and all is thing, we need to understand this particular term, LLM, right? LLM. Let me go to very simple. I'm just going to chat GPT, and I'm going to ask uh, what type of LM you are using, or which LM you are using. So let me just reshare my screen. I'll share my entire screen, and simply I will take you again. Yes, I will answer all this question. What is LM and all? Fine. Let me just go to chat GPT, right? Your favorite tool. And I am going to ask which LLM do you use? So what it is saying, I am running on OpenAI GPT 5.5. Okay, one of the very famous GenAI tool. Few people also use cloud, right? Let me just open cloud.com. Same question I'm going to ask it as well. Which LLM do you use? Now it says Claude Sonnet 4.6, part of 4.6, like modern family. If you know any other app and all, let's say here I have Copilot, right? I also have Copilot over here running in the side. So I can also open Copilot. Okay. Let's try check Microsoft Copilot. Okay, let me directly type the same question over here. Which LLM do you use? If you're using Copilot, what you are using? Okay, so I don't run on single of self LLM like GPT-4 or Claude. I am Microsoft Copilot, but on a combination of large language models developed by Microsoft and OpenAI. So in short, it is using GPT only. Okay, it is using GPT only. But what are all these things? GPT-4. Here we have discussed about Claude Sonnet 4.6, GPT 5.5. What are all these things? Now to take you till here, GPT, we have to discuss about the journey of AI. Okay, journey of AI. So we'll have a quick, you know, understanding of how the things get started. And one question I will ask you before moving ahead: what do you think? How old AI is? How old AI is? Anyone? Any idea? What do you think? How old AI is? Yes, I'm getting some answers. I want everyone to participate. How old it is? What do you think? Okay, I'm getting 2 to 3 year old, 80-year old. Nice. I'm getting right responses. Right. Whatever the year you are seeing, that means uh, you started understanding about that particular tool. That okay. So you understood how the AI got implemented. 15-year old. Yes, DeepSeek is also there. Okay, 40-year old. All these things. Okay, fine, fine. 50, 60-year old. 1956. Okay, people are also few people are also doing Google and letting us know. Yes, how much old? So all the things, like if I'm going to talk about journey of AI, first of all we need to understand this thing. Journey of AI. Journey of AI started with one test called Turing test. Okay, There was a test called a simple test called Turing test. So Turing test was nothing but one research paper. It is still on the it was on the paper only. It was proposed in 1950 by a scientist called Alan Turing. So here it was the test was all about understanding uh, or comparing, we can say, comparing the human intelligence with computer intelligence. After that, the term AI that we are using nowadays, artificial intelligence, it got coined in 1956. So few people has given this answer. Few people has given this answer, right? If I'm going to go ahead, so application of chat gpt sorry, application of AI, if I'm going to say, application of one of the very nice application, if I'm going to talk about, is a chatbot, right? Chatbot, the first chatbot, any guesses when it was developed? First chatbot, first chatbot, you know, like everywhere is chatbot. When you will visit any website of a college, or even if you're going to book a railway ticket, you will find this thing. Okay, no, the first chatbot was developed in 1966. Now if I'm going to ask you to create one chatbot, so you will say, I will learn Python, I will learn one framework of Python, I will write the code, and I will create the chatbot, right? But the Python was not there in this particular era. Python was if I can say, in it was released in 1991 only. That time people were using very lengthy languages, right? After this, what happened? We started implementing it in gaming, right? Computer versus human game. So there was a game, or you can say a chess game, chess engine developed by IBM called Deep Blue. Deep Blue got developed in 1997. Okay, and Deep Blue defeated world champion of that time. His name was Gary Kasparov, world champion. A computer defeated a world champion. So that time people started saying computer intelligence is better than human intelligence, right? Then we came into the era of 2000. So here, if I'm going to talk about, let's say, year 2000 to 2010, right? In this particular era, what we have observed, we started implementing AI in our tools, right? Our daily tools. Now you will say daily tools. What does it mean, daily tools? So on daily basis, if you are going to check in a particular in office, Microsoft Word was getting used in that particular era in year 2000 and 2010. So people, most of the people were using Microsoft Word. When you are going to write wrong spelling, it used to get underlined, right? Let's suppose I want to write the spelling of good. I'm writing it like this. Let's say I'm writing it like this: GUD. It will get underlined, right? Identifying the wrong word, or you can say wrong spelling. Similar tool came in the market. If you remember the name of that tool, the name of the tool was Grammarly. Grammarly. So Grammarly used to correct the uh, grammatical errors, improve it, right? And if I'm going to move ahead, so around the year 2010 to 2017, okay, we can say, like, we started also implementing image recognition. Best example I can say of image recognition, it is in your phone. You can lock unlock your phone with your face, right? That is also one sort of AI, we can say. Then here we got the concept over here. So till here, till 2017, if I'm going to talk about, Till this particular era, people were using traditional AI. Traditional AI. Traditional AI. So traditional AI means what? It was rule based AI. You are getting an email in Gmail, right? All of you are using Gmail. You're getting an email. That email is getting classified what type of mail it is. So there is an folder called spam. Who is deciding where this mail should go? AI, right? AI is deciding all these things. I'll come to this word again, and I'm going to ask you what you understand from this particular word. Now, after that, after that, in 2017, one research paper was published. Research paper name was the name of the research paper was "Attention is all you need." This research paper was about transformers. Transformers. Just a second. Yes, transformers. Right. Now, what are transformers? Why it is required? Now, if I'm going to say about transformers, so transformers are nothing but mother of all the GenAI tool that you are using, I am using, and that is available in the market. Whatever the GenAI tool is there. So transformer is the only, we can say, the base of all the GenAI tool. Okay, all of you are using ChatGPT, right? All of you are using ChatGPT. How many of you know the full form of GPT in ChatGPT? Anyone in the chat? How many know full form of ChatGPT? The GPT over there. What is GPT? Right now we have seen. I asked ChatGPT which model you're using. It is saying that it is running on GPT 5.5. What is GPT over there? Okay, so don't know, no problem. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformers. What are transformers? Transformers are nothing but pre-trained model for some specific task. Yes, exactly. Generative pre-trained transformers. Now, what type of transformers? The transformer that is used to generate. Generate. So this was the birth of generative AI. Here, generative AI. Now, afterwards, around 2018, GPT models start coming in the market. That is GPT-1, you can say. Then we have GPT-2, GPT-2. Then in the year 2022, in the year 2022, this particular app was launched in the market called ChatGPT. Now we know about generative AI because ChatGPT was got launched, right? But the development you can see about generative AI, it was started a long ago. It was started a long ago. All right. So from here to here we can. Okay. Now generative AI we know. Let's try to understand the term AI. Okay. Uh, in simple language, if I'm going to say, AI is made up of two words. That is artificial, and the second one is intelligence. Artificial intelligence, right? Artificial means man-made, right? What does intelligence means? Okay, if I'm going to ask you, are you intelligent? Are you intelligent? Yes or no? Very simple answer. Are you intelligent? How many of you think that you're intelligent? Of course, right? Everyone should think that they are intelligent. Yes, you are intelligent. What is intelligence, guys? The term intelligence nothing but ability to learn or acquire a skill and apply it. Okay, apply that skill, right? Let me write apply it. Ability to learn a skill, acquire a skill, and apply that skill. That means if I'm going to show you how to make a paper aeroplane, if you are able to make your own aeroplane just by looking at it, that means you are intelligent. You have that ability, right? You have that ability. So that is artificial intelligence. When we are talking about intelligence, we are talking about human intelligence. What is our intelligence? Our intelligence is we can make decisions, right? We can make decisions. We can uh, set our goal. Now, this thing we are trying to do with machine. Our intelligence says we can learn a skill and we can apply that skill. The same learning we try to provide to machine, and machine is going to work on our behalf. A very simple example I'm just going to take: when you are going to cross a traffic signal without wearing a helmet, even the traffic police is not there, you will receive one challan, right? You will receive one challan, right? So who is cutting your challan? No one is there. So there is an AI model sitting over there behind that CCTV camera. We can name it as helmet detection system, that is trained on millions of images, people wearing helmet, not wearing helmet, from all the angle. And it is smart enough, if in fraction of second it can identify you're wearing the helmet or not. Now this is our intelligence, that we can identify a person is wearing the helmet or not. But the same thing is machine is doing. So here we were able to classify the things. But when it comes to Gen AI, right? Gen AI models, whatever the Gen AI apps we are using, it is going to create a new content, new content, create a new content, new human-like content. Brain of Gen AI model is LLM. What is LLM? Basically, LLM stands for large language models. Large language model, right? What does large language model means? Language model means the model that is going to work on our language. It could be any other language also. Now, large language model means the model that has been trained on millions or billions of parameters. Millions or billions of parameters. What does large language model works with? Large language model works with the topic that I'm just going to take over here from prompt. What is prompt? Prompt is nothing but the instruction that we are giving. Instruction we give to LLM. Instruction we give to LLM. Now, the way we give the instruction or any Gen AI model, that is going to be crafted, we can say that is going to be crafted as prompt engineering. Prompt engineering, right? Coming to the main topic over here, now we have just jumped to this particular topic, prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is going to be nothing but a way you are going to craft your prompt and you are giving to the Gen AI model, right? And you are going to understand from there what exactly the output you will be getting from that particular models, right? Now, simply if I'm going to say, let's say my chat GPT is already open, right? Okay, I'm going to say, give me recipe of pasta. Okay, it is going to give me recipe of pasta. Okay, I got the recipe of pasta, but what type of pasta? I gave it, I gave the instruction, give me recipe of pasta, but what type of pasta I want? Let's say I want white salt pasta. So I will reframe the prompt, right? And I will going to give it again. Now there are different way of prompting over here. Different way of prompting. What are those different way? We can simply, if I'm going to talk about the techniques we can take as, we call it as, first of all, zero sort, zero sort prompting. We have uh, few sort prompting. We have, uh, we can say, negative prompting. We have iterative prompting. Then we have one concept called prompt chaining. Prompt chaining. Let's try to understand all the things one by one. Okay, zero sort, zero sort that we have over here. Zero sort, like let's say when you ask a generative AI model to perform a task without giving any example. What I have taken over there, what I have given over here, give me recipe of pasta. This is zero sort prompting. Simple answer I have given, like simple question I have asked, right? Simple question. So after zero sort, what we can have, the one thing I left in between, in between what we can have over here, we can also have one sort prompting. One sort prompting means what? We can give some example, and based on that, uh, I can demand some generated answer from here. Okay, so let's say I'm taking the pasta example. Okay, give me give me a recipe of pasta, or let's say give me recipe. Have I pasted it? No, just a second, let me just copy it. Yeah, I copied. I'm going to paste it over here. Give me recipe of pasta. Now here what I'm going to give, I'm going to give some instruction. I'm going to add some instruction over here. So instruction is going to be, let's say I'm going to give me in the way, follow this, follow this, let's say we can say follow this uh, pattern, follow this pattern. What type of pattern? That means I'm giving some over here example. Let's say first of all, ingredients, ingredients, spelling is wrong, just a second, ingredients. Then we have um, steps, right? And also I need some recommendations. All right, now it is going to follow this instruction, and here you're not getting a lot of things over here, steps and done. Okay, one shot prompting. Now what in few shot what we can do, we can give a lot of things over there, right? As of now, I have given only one example, right? One example. In few short, you will be adding more example, right? More example means what? Let's suppose if input is going to be like this. Uh, in few short, let's say you have given some particular text over here, and you are giving, if the input is like this, output should be like this. One example. If you're giving one example, that means you're into one sort. If I'm going to add more examples, if the input is like this, output is going to be like this. Input is like this, then output is going to be like this. So this is going to be few sort. Let's talk about negative. Negative prompting means what? The technique where you will tell the AI what not to do. What not to do means what? Here I am using again the chat GPT, and I'm going to ask don't include, don't include, don't include what? Don't include garlic and onion. Okay, garlic and onion. Now I will get the recipe without garlic and onion. That is negative prompting, right? That is negative prompting. I'm getting the same thing now. It is following the same structure. Now, next thing that we are going to have, that is yes, iterative. Iterative means what? Again and again, I'm trying to refine. It has given some input. So what we have done over here in this particular example, we are doing iteration only, right? I ask something again, then I'm asking again, then I'm adding few more things over here. Then we have prompt chaining. This is important. Okay, prompt chaining. What exactly prompt chaining is? So linking the responses. Okay, linking the responses. Let's say you have given prompt one. You have given one. Where it goes? It goes to AI. So AI has performed the task one. AI has performed the task one. Now, what will happen over here? You are going to take the response. You are going to take the response. Let's say response one, and response one is going to be your, let's say, prompt two. Including that particular response, you are asking it to refine it again. Let's say your AI has done the task two, right? Now, over here, the task two response that you are going to have, the task two response is going to be your response to. And if you want to go further ahead, it's going to become your prompt three. What does it mean? Let me create one new chat window. Okay, let's say I'm creating one new chat window. Okay, I want it to write, I want it to write a program. Simply I'm asking write a program to calculate, sorry, to calculate, let's say, Fibonacci sequence. Okay, I'm getting the answer. I'm getting the answer, right? I have taken the response, I have given it. Now I want it to, I want it to change it using while loop. Change it using while loop. So the response that I have given, I got this thing particular thing without loop. Okay, one loop was there. That was for loop. Now here I changed this, taken the same code and I ask it to change it using while. We are chaining the prompt. That is prompt chaining, right? So here there is one more concept over here that we used to call it as, let me come back over here, that we used to call it as chain of thought. Chain of thoughts. In short, we also call it as COT prompting. COT prompting. COT prompting. So basically, a method. This is going to be a method where the prompt encourages the AI to think step by step, breaking down the reasoning process and giving you the final answer. Okay, all these things are going to be used when you are solving some maths problem, some logical reasoning problem, or multi-steps questions and cause effect understanding. That places you are going to visit or use this particular thing, chain of thoughts, right? So for example, over here I'm going to mention over here, um, simple, I'm going to take a very simple thing. What is AI? Okay, simple answer I have got, fine. But here I'm just going to mention over here some chain. Let's say explain AI include include examples from past to present. All right, now here I'm going to say, let's say, break down break down into different eras, right? Anything else you want to add? Add tools used in each era. It is going to explain AI. It is going to include it, right? It is going to break down into different eras. It is going to add. So we are chaining the things over here, right? And you can also write any mathematical problem. For that mathematical problem, you can also write the prompt in the similar way, right? So we got the answers over here. Problem, rule based. This is what I was talking about. Rule based, traditional AI. All these things. Fine. So we have seen all these things about prompt and all, right? What exactly prompt engineering is. Any doubt till here? Is it clear about prompting, guys? All right, fine. We will be moving towards the practical part. If it is just about the theory and all, whatever we have just, I will no, I'm not going to count it into practical. Practical is means what? I'm opening one ID and I'm showing you some quotes and all. Then only it is going to be work, right? So prompt engineering here, it is going to be the theoretical only as of now, because we have a limited time. In limited time, we have to discuss a lot of things, right? Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Can I get few more responses from everyone? I want everyone to be, uh, at least be attentive over here. Is everyone here right now? Okay. One more thing over here. Let's say I will talk about the bonus part. The bonus part about prompting. All of you writing the prompt, right? How we can craft a better prompt. Okay. Crafting the, I will not say best, I will say better, because I can't create better prompt, best prompt that I feel, but I can create better prompt from others. Not the best, better prompting technique. Okay, better prompting technique. Okay, for that I'm just going to write one sentence over here. I'm just going to write a simple sentence. A prompt I'm going to give. Let's say I'm going to give a prompt. Okay, now prompt I'm going to write in three different colors, so you can understand what exactly it is going to be. Let's say the prompt I'm giving, let's say, prompt to the chat GPT. You are an expert, just a second, you are an expert trip planner. I want a planner for me. So I'm telling chat GPT, you are a expert trip planner. The next thing, plan plan my 3-day trip to Ooty, India. Okay, plan my 3-day trip to Ooty, India, and please note that please note that I don't like, right, river rafting, and also I will say adventure activity. I don't like adventure activities. All right, and in terms of food preferences, food preferences, I am vegetarian. Okay, vegetarian who loves, let's say, I will write Punjabi food. Okay, I am going in Uti, but I want Punjabi food. What exactly is going to happen over here? First of all, you are you are what you are giving over here. Here our prompt is divided into three different sections. The first section, you are assigning a role, you're defining a role, right? Second section, plan of action, right? Or you can say, you can simply talking about action, what action it is going to take. Okay, and the third words, this whole large white text I have given over here, what is going to be further instructions, right? I can mention it as these are going to the further instructions that is going to follow. This way you are writing a better prompt. So your prompt should contain what exactly you are expecting from that particular tool, the AI tool, what you want from it, and what you want it to take care of. This way you are going to write effective prompt. and you will get effective answer. Now is simply, if I'm going to ask ChatGPT, I'm going to give this particular sentence, let's say this particular part, will I will be getting the response that I need, or I will be refining the response again. I am giving it on prior basis, I am getting the things over there done, right? Clear till here? So this was all about prompt engineering, the prompting techniques and all. Now we'll move ahead and we'll be talking about generative AI. So for generative AI, I have already discussed LLM. So I'm just going to take you through this particular picture. You will find this picture everywhere. Let me just go and build this circle in the new page. Just a second. There is a big circle. This big circle is AI. Okay. Inside this big circle, we have machine learning, right? That is ML. Inside this big circle, we have deep learning. Okay. Now inside this big circle, over here, again we have something called Gen AI. Okay. Gen AI. What exactly is machine learning is the subset of AI. Deep learning is the subset of machine learning. Gen AI is the subset of deep learning. And you will find one common uh, thing over here called NLP, that is natural language processing. AI, in short, what we are trying to do, we are trying to mimic human behavior, right? We are trying to mimic human behavior. Machine learning, we are how we are achieving AI. The question is how we are achieving AI. We are achieving AI with machine learning, deep learning, or Gen AI, right? So what machine learning is? Machine learning, very simple. Gmail you have, right? You're using Gmail where you are having a spam email and all. So what exactly it is done? In short, let's say we have one data set of email, and here we are having spam or not spam. So emails are here, and we are having spam, not spam, spam, not spam, and like this. So let's say you are having 1 to 1 million records. These records you gave to a model. Okay, this record you gave to a model, a machine learning model. Model works on algorithm. Algorithms are nothing, it's based on our based on the maths and stats we have studied till school. uh, for the same email, if I'm going to say one algorithm you are using called naive bayes. Okay, naive bayes is the algorithm based on bayes theorem. So those who have studied maths and statistics chapter in mathematics textbook, so till class 12th, so you might have came across this particular theorem in probability chapter, that is bayes theorem. So let's say this model based on this algorithm based on bayes theorem is working over here. So model is going to learn from this data. It is going to learn what are the pattern over here, what are the keywords. Based on that, you are saying it is spam, it is not spam. Model is going to learn, and after that model will be able to predict. Predict means what? It is going to give you predictions. Prediction is very simple. If the model is going to get a new email, new email, model is going to predict it is spam or not spam. That is what happening in your Gmail. You're getting an email. That email, first of all, is going to be read by the model. Model is going to decide what type of mail it is, and that model is trained on millions of emails. Okay, so you are getting if you're going to get one email like congratulations, you have $1 million of lottery, absolutely it will goes to spam. If you're getting any notification email from Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, it will goes to social. If you're getting any email from promotional email from Mintra, Nika, Amazon, Flipkart, it will goes to promotions. So this is our intelligence. We can read the email, we can understand what category it belongs to. The same learning we have given to the machine, the model is doing for us. That is AI. This is how we are achieving AI. Then we have the concept of deep learning. So through deep learning, what we try to do, we try to mimic human brain. Okay, can you guys tell me what is our brain made up of? Anyone? What is our brain made up of? Or what is your brain made up of? Or my brain made up of? Any answer in the chat? Neuron, exactly, neuron. Mimicking the human brain means what? We are trying to create neurons. Neurons. From neurons, what we are trying to do? We are trying to create artificial neural network. Neural network. Now, why this concept of deep learning came? Very simple. Machine learning. So in industry, everything is machine learning. Everything is machine learning. But to break down the things and understand in better way, we have divided into different categories. Okay. So machine learning is going to be used, whatever the algorithm we have, it is going to be used on structured data. Structured data means the data that we can put into rows and columns. Deep learning is going to be used, the first priority is going to be when you are using unstructured data. Unstructured data means the data that we can't put into rows and columns. Can anyone give me any example of unstructured data? Anyone? Example of unstructured data? Structured data that we can put into the rows and columns, let's say Excel file, data that you're having in any RDBMS like tables in MySQL database, PostgreSQL database. Unstructured data means data we can't put into rows and columns. You can't put images into rows and columns. You can't put video file, audio file, all the multimedia file, PDF, right? So these are unstructured form of data. So the time we have to build a model that is going to work on, uh, yes, audio is also an unstructured form of data. We have to train a model that unstructured data. So that time we are going to give use deep learning model. So let's say we have thousands of images, people wearing a mask. Okay, people wearing a mask. Let's say they are wearing a mask, and we have the thousands of images, people not wearing a mask. Okay, we have thousands of images, and these images will go to the model, a deep learning model. Model is going to learn from the pattern. Okay, these are the pattern, people are wearing mask, these are the pattern that people are not wearing the mask. And if I'm going to give the model a new image, model is going to predict mask is there or not, right? And like this, no mask. So this deep learning is used everywhere. So you are using Snapchat, right? All of you are using Snapchat, or if you're not using Snapchat, at least you're using any filter in your phone, right? After clicking a picture and all. So what exactly it is getting used? Deep learning over there. Okay. Then we have Gen AI. Okay. When we got the concept of LLM. So from here we'll try to start our journey, and we'll be discussing about the same thing over here. Okay, Gen AI applications, right? What does Gen AI applications do? We'll try to create some Gen AI applications. When you are going to use any application, what you require? Can you even tell me what are the requirements? Any application, if you're going to take the first requirement, anyone? I will take your points here. You can give me your points. Anyone? Okay. So when, if I'm going to talk about the brain, you need a brain. That means you are going to decide LLM, which LLM you are going to use. Okay, which LLM you are going to use. I'm not going to create an entire application because it is going to be time taking process. Here I'm going to show you by using existing LLM how you can create your own application. Okay, we need a brain. LLM, let's say we can use GPT models, right? We can use GPT models, we can use Gemini model. We have lot of options over here. We also have some open source model from Groq, so that I will be showing you. One more option I will show you, Ollama. Fine. Then the next thing what we need, if I am creating an application, I need a framework. Okay, I need a framework. Okay, so the framework that we will be using over here, the framework is going to be very famous framework, LangChain. Okay, LangChain. And the most important thing is going to be the purpose. Okay, what purpose you are going to fulfill. Okay, based on that we'll be deciding. So let's try to understand all the things over here. And what I am assuming, you have some bit of knowledge about Python. Okay, only like, even if you know basic Python programming, that is enough for me. I'm not saying you should be expert in understanding all the things. I'll try to explain all the things from the very scratch. Okay, when it comes to LLMs, first of all, the LLMs that we have, there are two types of LLM. One is open source, second one is proprietary. So proprietary, that means here you have to pay. We can say the paid version. This is going to be free, sometime free, unlimited, sometime free with some limitations. Okay. So what we will be exploring over here, first of all, that all of you can do, but here the installation part is going to be, a little bit time taken for everyone. So what we can do here in this case, we will be just taking Ollama. So I'll show you like how you're going to use Ollama for some applications. One more tool we are going to use today is going to be Groq. Okay, those who don't know, you will be knowing all the things in next few minutes. Groq AI, just a second. Groq AI API key will be taking from there. Let's go and let's try to explore the things. Now, I'll take you through this particular page, that is number of trial in free. No, it is not GROK, that is different thing. Wait, have some patience. I will be showing you all the things. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to show you this particular tool, Ollama. Okay, what exactly Ollama is? Ollama provides you open source model. Open source model. How you can download and install Ollama? It's very simple. You can either copy this particular command and run in PowerShell. For me, it is already installed, but I'll show you. Let's say you are using PowerShell. You can simply open PowerShell and you can run this command, and it will get installed in your system. Or else you can simply click on download Ollama and you can download it for Windows. Okay, once it is downloaded, you don't need to do anything. Come to this section called model and select the model that you want to use. Okay, select the model that you want to use. You can use n number of model from here. Okay, someone in the chat was talking about DeepSeek. So DeepSeek is also providing few models over here. Let's say I'm going to select this one. Okay, so I think the model size is not available. If the size is not available, better you look for different models. Size, okay. Let me take R1 maybe. R1 here I will get options. Here you can see. Now guys, just try to understand one thing over here. These are the different models, and after all the models, in almost all the model, you can see written like here 5B, 7B, 8B, 14B, 32B, 671B. What does the B stands for? B stands for billion. That means these models are trained on billions of parameters. You can use all the models from here. But what I will suggest, go with lightweight model, because these models are going to be downloaded in your system. It is going to be downloaded in your system, this open source model. And you can see the size of the model. It is 5.2 GB, 1.1 GB. This is the small models. If you're going to talk about this models, these are 404 GB models. So that is a huge, very huge model. So I will not suggest go for these huge models. Then we have some models from Google. We call it as Gamma models. Okay, Gamma model. So here in Gamma, we have one model called Gamma 3. Here you can see. So Gamma 3 4B running with 3 GB, 3.3 GB space, 1B, 1 GB. So what I'll do, I will show you with this one. This is a small one. Even if you want to use, you can use this one in your system. So size is 815 MB. I will say this is a small model. Context size. Context size is 32K. 32K, what does it mean? 32K tokens is the context window size. So it can understand the things for 32,000 tokens. How we can run this thing once it is installed? What I told you about Ollama, once your Ollama is installed or you have downloaded the Ollama, let's say you have downloaded for Windows, this is the command, or you can download. If you have downloaded for Windows, you can simply run it in your command prompt. So I'm opening CMD. In CMD, I will show you how I'm going to run one particular application. So command will goes like this: Ollama. Ollama is already installed in my system, guys. So I can check also Ollama version. So you can see the Ollama version. That means Ollama is installed in my system. If it is installed, I can simply run Ollama, run the model name. I want to use this model, and I can use this model over here. And the best thing is over here, whatever the GenAI tool you are using, you need internet, you need to connect somewhere, and you have some limitations. Limitation is what? Even if you're using chat gpt, if I'm going to ask few more questions to chat gpt, after that chat gpt will ask me to upgrade it. Here you don't need any upgradation. This model is installed. Gamma 3 1 billion parameters wala model is installed in my system, and I can run anytime, any number of time, even without connecting to internet. As of now, I can't disconnect my internet and show you, because you won't be able to see my screen. So I'm just going to type few questions. Let me see it is working or not. Okay, it's very simple questions I'm going to ask. Let's say write an email to, let's say, principal for asking leaves for, let's say, 2 days simply. And here you go. Not only one, I'm getting different different options, right? Two options I have got. I'm getting the answers, right? I'm getting the answers over here. Now the next thing over here that I will try to do, I'll try to ask it to write a code. Let's say write a program, write a program to calculate factorial of a number. Factorial of a number. Okay, I got the code. I'm able to get the code. Fine, I'm able to get the code. It is working fine and it is going to work without internet also. Right? I can use it without internet. It will work efficiently. Now, the next thing, okay, I am using it in my command prompt. Okay. I don't want it to use in command prompt. Where I want it to use, I want it to use as an application. I want to run an application over here. How I will be able to run it? So I have to create application. So to create application, what you do, you use different framework. So framework is over here that I told you. To create any application, we need a framework that is LangChain. LangChain is going to be the framework, but for application, for creating an app, let's say a web app, you need a framework. So if I'm using Python, framework could be Flask, it could be Django, but I'm not going into Flask and Django as of now. I'm going to use one easy framework for you, that is going to be Streamlit. We'll try to create one application with UI using one of the model from Ollama. Okay, fine. Now for that, what I'm going to do, I already have created few applications. Okay, I have already created few applications. So what I'll do first of all, let me take the files and I'm going to take you from the very scratch. Yes, I'm not going to write code line by line because it will be taking a lot of time. I'll take you through all the things from the scratch. What I am going to do, this is my desktop. Okay, on my desktop or any in any drive I can go, I'm going to create a folder. So this is going to be a good habit, guys. Whenever you want to create a new project, better you create a new folder, and the folder name I'm going to give, let's say blip gpt. Okay, I have given the name blip gpt. I want to use one of the gpt model over here, right? Or gpt model, not a gpt model I will be showing you. I need to open this particular folder in my VS Code. Let me first paste the files that I have taken. I will be explaining you about all these files. Only three files are there, you can see. And using these three files, I will be running that entire application. For let me open VS Code first of all. I'm doing all the things from very scratch, guys. And yes, I need to open a folder. So I have a folder on my desktop. So I'll go to desktop. I will select the folder called Bleep GPT. Right? I selected it. I opened it. I have few files over here. Okay. I have few files here. This file is about the application. Okay. There is one folder. Whenever you create one project, what you should do, first of all, you should create one requirement file, requirement.txt. Whatever you need for that this particular project, you should write all the libraries name, the module names. So what we'll be using LangChain, Streamlit, Python.env, LangChain community, LangChain core. Env file is going to take the it is going to contain the API keys over here. Okay, LangChain, apart from LangChain, as I told you, it is going to be the framework where we are going to, that we will be using to create the project. On the top of that, LangChain also provides one environment on its website. That environment is going to be nothing but, um we can say, one monitoring tool that is going to monitor your project. So this is optional. Okay, this part is optional. If you don't want to include, you can remove this. Even without even using this thing, it will work. But I want to track my project. I want to track my project. So for tracking, what I'll do, I will create one project on LangChain website. Let me take you to the LangChain website first of all. Step by step, we'll try to complete this. I simply search LangChain. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, when I came on LangChain, I have one button over here called Try Langsmith. So I'll click on Try Langsmith. I'm going to use Google, my email ID, my Google account. Fine. So what I have few projects created. So when you will come to LangChain, so you will find one option over here: tracing, monitoring, all these things you can get from here. So you can select what the applications you have used, and it will also tell you the LLM calls, the cost and all, what was the cost, how much tokens were used. So all the things were free, so nothing is showing for me. But if you want to take it from the scratch, you have to create a new project. For me, multiple projects are created. I'm going to create a new project over here, guys. I just click on new project. This project name I'm going to give the same. Let's say Blip GPT. I'll create a project. Okay. You don't need to worry about anything over here. What is there? What is this code about? Let it be. Let it be. Here you can see something is there for .env. This is what we are going to do. But we are not going to use all these things. It is giving us. You can simply copy this and you can take it. Okay. You can copy this and you can take it. As of now, I'm just going to click on generate API key. API key is generated. What I can do, I can just copy this part. Okay. Why I'm getting this thing Anthropic API key? Because over here, uh, you can use Anthropic API key, you can use Groq API key, anything. As of now, I'm not going to use any other API key. I will be using it from Ollama. I can simply copy this part from here that is containing all the things: API key, project name, and all. This thing I'm going to paste it over here in my .env file. .env file is going to have the API keys, the values like true or false over here. Now, Langsmith tracing equal to true. What does it mean? I want to trace the changes. I want to trace the changes. Whatever the changes are getting placed, I want to trace it. Okay. The next thing, let me just do Control Z. All right, fine. Endpoint. So this is the website's endpoint, API key, and the project name. Next, we have the app itself. Now, app is going to have OS so that it can import all the things from here. .env. .env is going to invoke this .env file. Then we have LangChain community. From LangChain community .llms, we are importing Ollama. Now, LangChain will help you. It is one of the best framework in the market. If you want to create any application with OpenAI API key, you will be having for that other other module. If you want to create for Ollama, you have Ollama over here. You can see from Groq, from Google API. If you want to create something, you also have that particular module for Google also. I will be talking about each and everything. So first of all the keys and all will get access from here, from os.environment. Okay. Next thing is our requirement. These are our requirement. Fine. Everything is fine. All the codes are over here. We have to just run all these things. But before running all these things, we need to create one virtual environment. To create a virtual environment, I'll go to terminal. I'll create a new terminal. You can go with PowerShell here. What I prefer command prompt. Okay, very simple command prompt. As of now, which is my current directory? This is my current directory. That is bleep GPT that I am having on my desktop. Right. In this environment, I am going to create. I am going to create one virtual environment. So that virtual environment is going to be like this. And Python should be installed in your system, guys. If Python is not installed, or how you can check? Very simple. You can just type Python hyphen version. This thing need to be installed in your system. For me, Python's latest version is installed. Okay, is it fine for everyone? Python latest version installed in my system. How we can use AI in healthcare? Okay, uh, glad you asked this question. I will show this in healthcare. I'm having one project with me. I will run that project and I will be showing you how you're going to use AI in healthcare. Perfect. Python is installed in my system that I can check over here. The next thing that I am going to do, I am going to create the virtual environment. So virtual environment, Python hyphen m e n sorry v e n v virtual environment space my env. I'm giving that. I'm creating one environment, virtual environment called my env, my environment, and you will find one folder is created here. What we have to do, once your virtual environment is created, you have to activate it. For activating it, we have to run one of the file that you have under the script folder. Activate. So simply m my environment backslash script backslash activate. Hit enter and here you go. Okay, how we can use AI in the field of agriculture? Okay, I will be talking about few examples over here. I will be talking about it. Okay, how it is getting used. Let's focus on this first of all. I will be answering all your questions. Perfect. So what I have over here, I have activated the environment. Now the next thing I need to do, these are the requirements of my project. Okay, these are the requirements of my project. So I need to install all these things. What I will be doing, I want to install all the things at once. So I will write pip install hyphen r, that is recursive. I will mention requirements.txt and I will hit enter. So one by one, whatever the file I have here in this particular file requirement.txt will get installed. We are not going to install these things one by one, right? I'm going to install all the things in one go. Now it will take some time. Okay, till it is taking some time, let me explain you the codes that we are having over here. Okay, what exactly we will be doing? It's a very simple application we are creating. Just a second. A few things that just got pop up. Yes, it is getting installed. Okay, so till getting installed, we can discuss about this particular code. Last time in my command prompt, when I have run this particular application, uh, excuse me. So when I ran that particular LLM, you can say, uh, Ollama, you can see the output was not coming in the perfect way. Okay, there was some hash, asterisk, all these things were coming. So basically, that was not getting considered as a string. It was a string, but it's not getting considered as a string. So what we will be doing, we will be using LangChain community. From there, we are going to use LLMs. From there, we are going to import Ollama because we'll be using Ollama model. Streamlit. What is Streamlit over here? Streamlit is going to give UI, the user interface for our app. With minimal lines of code, we can create the entire application. From LangChain code, we are going to import two things. The first one is prompts. From prompts, we are going to use chat prompt template. How basically the flow will go on. How basically the flow will go on. So we will be creating a template over there. Like we are simply giving one instruction to the system using prompt template, what it has to do. Then we have output parser. So whatever the output our LM is going to generate, is going to give, we are going to parse it as a string. That's what a string output parser will do. When I'm going to run this particular line of code or this code will get executed, it will try to read all the things from this .env file, and after that all the things will get read over here. Next, we are creating one object for prompt template. Okay, prompt template. So chat prompt from messages. So there will be two things: system and user. System is going to be the LLM, and here we are giving a small instruction. You can say, you are a helpful assistant. Please respond to the user questions and give appropriate responses. A very simple instruction I'm giving, not complex. User will ask the question will be taken. Okay, from here our application will start. St.title, we are giving a title, we are giving a title to the web page, the web application we are getting a web application. Inside that web application, we are going to give user one input box. So using streamlit.text input, and this is what user is going to see. What question do you have in your mind? Input is going to be taken over here and stored in this particular variable. Here we are initiating our brain of our her title can be anything exactly. Here I am writing what title I am giving, Ollama with LangChain. Okay, let me just give over here very simple. Welcome to Blib GPT. Okay, it works now. Welcome to Blib GPT. I have changed it. It could be anything. So model, what model I'm using? I'm using the same model. Okay, it's downloaded in my system. I'm using the same model. Uh, Now we have output parser. We are creating one object of string output parser, and afterwards we'll be creating one chain. Chain means what? Here this is going to be nothing but a pipeline. We got the prompt. Okay, let me just copy it and show you over here like what exactly it is going to be. Let me just paste it over here. Let's try to understand this thing. Okay, prompt, the input that we are giving. LLM is going to do the processing. Okay, afterwards it is going to give the output. Output will get passed from here and will get the string output. So input, processing, and output. Prompt will template will be given to the LLM will try to understand, okay, this is the way we have to work. LLM is going to generate some answer, it will give to output parser. Output parser will parse the output and it will give you the output. Fine. So almost all the things are done. The last line of code, if input text, if user is going to enter something into uh, input box, they are going to press enter. When it will become true, st dot write, what streamlit is going to write, whatever the chain is going to invoke. Chain is going to invoke the question as input text. Now if you remember, user is going to give the question and this question is going to be taken over here. What is this question? Nothing but the query, the prompt that user has given. Okay, parser means basically, huh, the output that you are going to get. Guys, let me just show you. I'm just going to open the command prompt again. Okay, and I'm going to run the same Ollama app. Okay, Ollama run uh, Gamma 3. What is the model name? Let me just check the model name. Gamma 3 colon 1B. Okay. Okay. So I asked a simple question. What is AI? Okay. Simple question I have asked. Now, can you see the output? Here I am getting in double asterisk, asterisk and asterisk over here. So this is not the way. I won't be able to copy the answer and I won't be able to use it perfectly. I'm getting the answer perfect, but what are this asterisk all about? This is not parsed. So parsing means what? It is going to remove all this asterisk, the extra hashes that you will be getting, and when this thing will get removed, you will be getting a clean output. Okay. So what I have done, two things I have done. I have given the API keys and all over here, the project name. In app.py, I have given the model name. All the things are over there. I have installed the requirements in my environment. Now, the moment of truth. Let's run the application. To run Streamlit application, we have to write the code Streamlit run app.py. Streamlit run app.py. Okay, so it will run on local host. Okay, it is going to run on local host. Let it run. I think I need to close this. It's working over here. It's running. Okay, I didn't save the file. I think I need to save it again. No problem. I'm going to ask a simple question over here. Any question you can suggest? Can anyone suggest one question what you want to ask this app that is running on the local host? Anyone? What is deep learning? Okay, I'm going to ask the same question. What is deep learning? Okay, now it is going to use the same LLM. It is going to generate the answer. Here you go. Okay, it is also giving you some, what you can say, some links also, resources also, right? One thing I didn't change. Someone asked me to, change the name. Okay, I changed the name, but I didn't save the file. I will save the file, and here it is executing. What I'll do, I will use Control C. Control C will close the execution, stop the execution, and I'm going to run the application again. And this time you're going to see welcome to Blip GPT, right? You have created your own application over here. Can it generate images? Okay, so it will generate images. It totally depends on what type of model you are using. Okay, I am using Gamma models. Okay, Gamma 1.3b. So let me just show you Gamma 3 again. What and all I have in Gamma 3. Just a second. From Gamma 3. Uh, Gamma 3 1b I'm using, guys. Okay, I'm using Gamma 3 1b. If you're going to use 4b, it can work on images. Gamma 3 1b, it is only going to work on text. It will generate the code for you. It is going to generate text for you. All these things will work. You can use Gamma 3 4b. Then you will be able to work with text data also. But here you can see what it requires: space in your system. Okay, the larger the model you are going to use, the larger the space it is going to occupy in your system. So this is about open source model. Okay, context means context window. Okay, how many tokens LLM can have in its brain as of now? Let's suppose a very simple thing. If I'm going to give you one page essay to read, I'm going to give you one page essay to read. And if I'm going to simply ask you, uh, uh, can you read out all the things again without looking at the page? You already read the page, but you won't be able to read all the things again because you are not able to memorize all the things. You have some context memory, right? Let's suppose you will be able to memorize 20 words or 30 words from that whole 500 words. The same mm, context memory we have for LLMs also. It depends on the size. So not every time you are going to work on a small amount of text, it is going to work on large amount of text also. Sometime this 120k text that you can see, like context window, it will be also, it will also become less. Okay, can we deploy it? Absolutely, you can deploy it. Whatever is running over here, you have one option to deploy it from here that you can explore. I have less time. I have to complete one more thing, so I won't be able to show you the deployment part today. But yes, in future session, we will be implementing the deployment also end to end. We'll be having one thing. So today we have included two things. So you can deploy it. Will deploy it on Streamlit, and you can also deploy on Hugging Faces spaces. Okay, it is possible. You can deploy it. Okay, moving ahead. This is the model that we are using over here, that we have used from Ollama, that is open source model. And yes, we can use all the models, but I want the work to be bit faster. The model is running, you're getting the answer, but the answer may be less sometime, because the model that you're using, it is very small model. And let's say you want to use a large model. Okay, large model means what? If I'm going to take you here again to the Ollama's website, you want to use such type of models like this big models and all, but you don't want to download it. You don't want to download it. So you can look for here for more models, but that is not going to be feasible every time to download in your local system. For that, we have one way. There are two ways, not two ways. There are more ways also. One thing you can do, you can use Google API. Okay, But what limitation you have? You can use only Google's model, that is Gemini models and all. Yes, you can do it. You can do a lot of tasks. Second option that I will be letting you know is about Groq, not Groq, Groq, Groq.com. Okay, Groq.com also provides you open source model that you can access through API keys. So I'll take it. Uh, Let me simply search for Groq API, guys. So directly I will land it over here. You can simply search for Groq API. That is console.groq.com. Okay, console.groq.com. So simply you can come to Google, continue with Google. I logged in over here. Now here what you can see, these are the models available over here. These are the LLMs available over here. You can use all the LLM. You can access all the LLM. Here also on this playground, or if you want to use it somewhere in your application, you can take the API key. But there are some limitations. What limitations we have? Let's say by default we have selected one model of OpenAI GPT OSS 120B. What limitations you can see? Request means 30 requests per minute you can give it to, not more than 30. Now let's suppose you are using alone, it's fine. But if you have shared it with 10 different people, so you can't assume that in 1 minute 30 is going to be less, right? 30 requests means what? 30 times you're giving some prompt, and 1000 requests you can give. 1000 times you're asking something in a day. Tokens, what are tokens, guys? Over here, let's say I asked the model what is AI. I have given three words, so it is going to be considered as three tokens. Model has given the response in 100 words, that is 100 tokens. Yes, that is total words. Now you will say, sir, 100 plus 3, that the number of words you are giving as a prompt, that is also going to be considered as use tokens over here, because it is going to use that. Then the number of words it is going to generate, that is also the number of tokens. 100, let's say it generated 100 word answer. 100 plus 3, 103. But no, it is not limited till over there. It is utilizing tokens while thinking also, reasoning also, how to give you the appropriate answer. So more than, if I'm going to ask simple question, so I can assume more than 200 to 300 tokens till 500 tokens, even 100 to 1000 tokens can be used. So 8000 per minute, it seems quite large for us, but when it comes to organization level, it is very low. For personal use, it is fine. And you have a limit of 2 lakhs tokens a day. That is huge. 2 lakhs token. So you can decide, you can use models from Llama, here Meta, Llama models. You can use open GPT models, GPT OSS, all these models over here. So what we can do over here, um let me just copy. Okay, I have already copied this, so I will just take this thing, the name of the model, directly you can type. Then we have one API key option over here. Okay, API key. I can create a new API key. I'm going to give it the name again, the same, Blip GPT. Okay, you have to verify that you are a human. You can set the expiration. Okay, let's suppose I have created one API key. I want it to be expired on 5th July, or I can set a custom, or I can let it be like no expiration date. So as of now, I will set it to expire on 7 July. Sorry, after 7 days, that is 5th July. This is optionals. Why I am setting it to expire? So that you won't be able to use my API key after 7 days. Okay, even if you're going to see my API key, let it get created. I copied it. Let it be over here. What I'll do, I'll copy it and I'll just keep it. Let me take it in Notepad as of now. I just want to keep it somewhere. Just a second. Okay, I kept it over here. I'll come back and check. So I have one more project already created over here. So that project I have in my E drive, I guess, GPT app. Okay, I already have installed all the things over here. My what I can say, env file is there. All the things are there. What I will be doing, I'm going to simply open a new window in VS Code. Let me open a new window in VS Code and I'll open this particular thing. Let me minimize the previous one. Open the folder. We have all the things in E drive. GPT app. So why I have given the name GPT app? So here I am using Groq API key, and what I am using, I am using this model from OpenAI, the open source model. Okay, this is the open source model. All the structure of the file is same. Nothing is changed. What is changed over here? Last time in last file we were using Ollama. Here we are using LangChain Groq. From there we are importing Chat Groq. Only this line of change you can see, and you will see the change in importing of the model over here. Last time we have used Ollama, this time we are using Chat Groq, and we are taking the model. Same, sorry, everything is same. Cut to cut, it's same. In .env file, I have the API keys over here. Okay, one thing I forget to show you. I have or we have run this particular program. We'll come back to it. We have run this particular program, right? And the project name I have given in .env file that you can see is blipgpt, right? So let me take you back to my LangChain page. Okay, I asked a few things, right? I'm just going to refresh this page. I'll go to monitoring. What you can use, what you can see, I have tried something over here. You can see one success. LLM calls. Cost will be zero because nothing, no cost is included over here. But when you are going to use it from OpenAI, so OpenAI means what you're using GPT 5.5 or something like that. You have to use paid license. You can say the paid API key. So that will be a that will charge you something, and you can also see the charge and all over here. So main thing is there over here. We can trace our project, right? We can trace our project. So the project name here it is. You can see all the things can be traced over here, insights and all. Okay, as of now few things are disabled. It comes in upgraded version, but you can simply come in monitoring and you can monitor other things. That is what we are doing. So we are doing it over here. If you want, this thing is, again I'm saying, langchan part, it is optional. Let's minimize it. Let's come to the second app that we are creating over here. What extra thing we have here? We have a Groq API key. We have a Groq API. Name I have given Groq demo. So let me show you. I already have this particular project created on LangChain. Uh, where is the Groq demo? Let me just go back to tracing. and Groq demo. Here it is, right? I selected Groq demo. I'll go to monitoring. Not demo Ollama. I think I have changed something else. Groq demo monitoring. I need to change it from here. Just a second. Groq demo. No calls over here. Okay. We can see for last 7 days. Let's say last 30 days. Did I use in last 30 days? I have used when around 8th of June, I guess I have used. You can see 7th June, 6th June, 7th June, I have used. I can see the usage and all, right? All the things. LLM count, latency, all the things we can see. Let's try to run this project again. Now, to run this project, guys, what I need to do, I will simply go and open command prompt. That one I prefer. What is the API key and what its full form? Okay, very nice question. API key, API stands for Application Programming Interface. So basically, we used to connect two different entities together. Okay, two different entities together. देखो simple way में समझते हैं. You go to different website and you register with Google, right? We directly register with Google, and when I'm registering with Google, I'm not giving my username and all. Directly, I will get registered over there. How? Because Google is sharing your data to that particular website, and you're before sharing it is also asking your consent. You click on continue, right? So how they are able to share? Through API. Okay, how we are able to access different models? Through API over here. So through API we are able to connect this particular app with this particular project over here, right? Okay, now here I'm directly going to run this particular app. So you can see my environment is already activated. I have already run all the things over here. Requirements are satisfied. What extra thing was here? LangChain Groq. Okay, one extra module. To run the app, what I need to do, if you're using Streamlit app, you have to type the command Streamlit run app.py. Okay, it is going to run on localhost. Okay, if I don't want to have any conflict, what I'll do, I will stop this one first. Okay, there will be no any conflict, but better I do it, before. Okay, I'm getting the things over here. I can ask few questions. What questions I can ask over here? Which model you are using? Am I getting any response? Let me see. Okay, it is not specifying, but it is saying I am powered by OpenAI GPT-4 family models. Okay, it is not directly mentioning that what exact model we are using, but we know we are using the model that is here, GPT OSS 120B. Okay, you can also use any of the model from here. I would recommend you also try using this one. This is also very fast. Llama 3.370B versatile. It is good for like text and image both task. Okay, fine. Let's come back over here. Let's ask few more things. Can you write the code? Write a program to calculate. Simple coding question I'm giving. Calculate simple interest. I hope simple interest all of you know. Simple interest. And one thing you will notice, guys, whenever you are asking any LLM tool, any GenAI tool to write a program, and by default you will find it is going to write the program. It is going to write the program in Python only. Okay. Have you observed this thing? Always you are getting the code in Python. For other code, you have to specify. Exactly. Sandeep has given the perfect explanation of API. API is like waiter that is going to take your order to the safe. It is going to take the safe, and it is going to bring back your order. Here you go. Okay, so we are getting the code, right? Okay, we are also getting the Java version, C++ version. So this is one of the advantage. Some quick test also it has given. Fine. This is good for everyone, right? All of you are able to understand all the things. So what you have to do to build one project, first of all, you should get these three files, okay? And you have to create one environment file over here. So you can come back to the video will be there on YouTube. You can just check the commands again. So what I will be doing in few minutes, so I will create a fresh drive link for you, and I will be sharing the link in the chat with everyone. And this drive link will be having both project files. Okay, so I'm creating a new folder. Let's say Blip Workshop. In this folder I will be creating two folders. Oh, sorry. I will be creating one folder. The name is going to be Ollama app, and one more folder I will create Groq app. All the things I'm just doing in front of you so that you will remember like what exactly you need to do. In Ollama, I'm going to just upload that file, the file that I'm having over here. So Llama wala app I have on my desktop, where I have Flip GPT. I am sharing these three files only. Environment you have to create on your own. Once these three files are uploaded, I'll come back and I will open and upload this file as well. That is my second project file that I have shown you. That was GPT app. Here I have added one more thing, guys, for you. Instructions. Okay, you can follow the instruction. What you are doing, you have to create a virtual environment. You're going to write all these commands. How you're going to activate the environment, how you're going to install all the dependencies, how you're going to run the app. So this, just follow these four steps, you will be able to run your app. Okay, sweet and simple, nothing much complex. Now I'm just sharing this particular link, and you will also get this link later as well. I'm just giving the viewer link, viewer access for all of you. You have the viewer access. I copied the link, and I am going to give you in the chat. Okay, in the chat. Just a second. I have given it here in the chat. All right, and one more thing, just wait for a minute. Just a minute. Till then, you can put your question. I just wait. I need 2 more minutes of yours. You can let me know how was today's session. How was today's session? How did you enjoy today's session? Very nice. All right. So we will be having such type of more sessions, right? More sessions we'll be having in future, and we'll try to add some session like where we'll be having end-to-end app creation. So this was just a beginner friendly session. Even the people who don't know about this thing, they can execute the things. Next, what we'll be doing, we'll try to add the sessions where you are going to build end-to-end application, and you will be uh, building such things from scratch that you can add in your resume. Okay, so industrial level project we'll be also talking about. And there is a one small request from my end. So the WhatsApp community that you have joined, you will be having one link over there. Okay, so one Google form you will get. I want you to fill all that particular Google form. Fine. So can you find that Google form in that particular WhatsApp community you have joined? Anyone please confirm? Okay, just a second. How can we make chatbots as well as for various app? Can it will be developed on the same manner? No. Look, chatbot is a completely different thing. Okay, it is a completely different thing. I'm not going to say it is exact same. Okay, so there are different type of chatbot. Now you will say chat gpt is a chatbot. Yes, it is chatbot, but it is a generative AI tool. Okay, registration form it is filled. Perfect. The chatbot basically we make for a particular use case. Use case means what? I have a restaurant business. I want my chatbot to respond uh, to the user based on the menu and all. So I will be creating on that way. So that is going to be a rule based chatbot. Some chatbots we only create to collect data from the user and give some facts. Difference between chatbot, so chatbot is going to answer only specific questions. It is going to answer, but LLM is going to generate a new content. That is the main difference. ChatGPT is not answering you, it is generating the new content. Is recession from all of your field, right? Yes, fine, fine. Yes, for specific purposes. Any other questions you have? Sir, how can I use AI in agriculture and food sciences? So it depends what type of AI you want to use. I will give you a very very easy example of this particular thing. How you are using AI in agriculture. Um, so what we can do, we can create a model on the data. What type of data? I will show you one of the data that I have. Let me share my screen again. I will be showing you that particular data set. Just a moment. Okay. So you can see this data set. This data set contains nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, temperature, humidity, pH value, and rainfall. Based on this seven feature, we are deciding which crop to grow. Okay, rice was grown under this condition. If you're going to see more things, so maize was grown in under this condition. Then we have chickpea, kidney beans, pigeon beans, moth beans, and moog beans, lentil, dal, and all, banana, pomegranate. So based on the different scenario, we are going different crop. Now, what we can do, we can give this data to a machine learning model. Model will get trained, and when we are going to give the specific scenario, okay, these are the features of the soil. Let's say this much nitrogen value we are having, this much phosphorus, potassium, temperature, humidity, pH value, and rainfall we have. So, model is going to recommend you which crop you can grow. So this is one of the example. You can also train a model on leaves images. Nowadays, farmers are also using AI to identify the what type of disease the plant is having. If plant leaves are falling down, turning yellow, having some holes and all, it can be used. Use of AI in job recruitment. Very nice question. Yes, AI is getting used in job recruitment. How? Let's suppose 10 job openings are there in one of the company. How many people will apply? How many people will apply for that job? Can anyone tell me how many people will apply for that same job? If 10 openings are there, hundred thousands, it could be more, right? Now, do you think recruiters have that much time to go through all the resumes? No, right? Okay, let me take this question. Tell me one major difference between GenAI and generative AI. In short, we are calling generative AI as GenAI. That's it, right? In short only. Okay, so few more things are there. Okay, all of you have filled. Okay, let me go through few more comments. Okay, where was I? Just, uh, just a second, guys. Difference between generative AI and agentic AI. Okay. Uh, So different between okay, I was talking about that particular thing. I will come to this question. Yes, I was talking about nowadays farmer are getting using AI to identify the plant diseases and all. They can also understand the quality of soils, right? By just giving the soil samples. Difference between generative and agentic AI. So generative AI generate content, new content like human. Agentic AI is going to be goal specific. Goal specific means what? We will set one goal and it is going to work on that. Let's say I want to create one travel agent. Travel agent is only going to focus on that thing. It is going to have one goal with minimal human input. It is going to solve my problem. Okay. Yes, so I was talking about resumes and all, right? So companies are using ATS. ATS is nothing but applicant tracking system. They are using AI over there to read the resume to understand how much that resume is relevant to the job that you applied for. And if your resumes are more related to that particular job, then only your job will get selected. So your resume will get selected. So they will be setting one score. Okay, they will be setting one score. Score in the sense we will be getting. Let's suppose your resume is related to the job 70%. You will get the score of 70%, and they are going to set one benchmark. Let's say the uh, benchmark is 80%. If your resume is getting 80%, then only your resume will get selected. It totally depends on how much it is relevant. Let me just check. People are asking the question about certificate. I'm just checking with the team. Yes, requirements, yes, text and all. It should be, you should not add your images over there, right? A lot of people do the same mistake. They add images in their resume. So in ATS, it is not going to get, score much. It will get less score. Okay, so you will be getting the certificates, and okay, certificates. You will be getting the certificates. You will be notified in that group only. Okay, the WhatsApp community that you have joined. Okay, don't worry about it. Within this week, you will be getting the certificate. All right. All right, everyone. So, thank you for joining today. I hope you enjoyed the last 2 hours with me. You learned new things. We'll be bringing up such type of more sessions, right? Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Sir, when will be the next session? Will conduct it. So you will get to know about that thing in the WhatsApp community. It's not decided yet, but you will be getting certificate. So certificate, you will be getting notified about the certificate. Sir, we want a next session. Sure, you will be getting the next session for sure. We'll try to bring the next session soon. Okay, with new things, with new concept. Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, bye.